absolute best.
Yeah, they had us the first half. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, could be Wayne.
I think I got my swagger back. Oh.
I love it, baby.
Them orange britches. Something about them orange britches.
Tennessee wins. By Tennessee, Jawan Jennings. Jennings makes the catch.
Ball hit high in the air into right field. Going back is Sayre. And Tennessee can say hello win column. A grand slam in the bottom of the ninth. You can't draw it up any better.
We just won a basketball game, and we're very happy right now.
McGrath for the win. He got it. If you don't like college football and you watch this one, I'm not sure what your problem is.
Reddit to do, and welcome into More Important Issues. It is Sunday, March 29th, or as I will refer to it from now on, Black Sunday. I want to also start out. I've had a great weekend. Shout out to the Vols starting late. I mean, I guess that was Saturday morning by the time it ended. It's been a fun, fantastic weekend. But today has sucked, and I don't know how much I'm going to be able to talk about the game. I'm going to be honest, because and you should be like upset and sad about it, but I want to say this. I'm very happy and proud of this team and where they got. They far exceeded my expectations coming into the tournament. Everything else I say is just emotional. As far as like being upset, I mean, it was, there's a lot of reasons how it got that way, but I mean, it was just embarrassing, and not in like the fact of like, I'm embarrassed to be a Tennessee fan. I'm still wearing my orange, but it wasn't fun to sit through.
Yeah.
And then couple that with what happened in Nashville, and yeah, just not fun. Not a fun day. Sorry guys, can't bring the heat today.
Yeah, it's hard to be like super positive. I mean, you labeled it a sad Sunday on Rocky Top. Yeah, I mean, just a brutal, brutal day from baseball to basketball. I haven't heard anything about football yet, but something tells me that there's something about to happen. I don't know.
Well, it comes in bad news comes in threes, and Leanne Morgan had to cancel her throwing out the first pitch, so we already had the third, so we're good.
Okay. Well, the softball lost their series. I think they won today, but
yeah, so we're in the clear there.
Yeah, just a sad day. Happy birthday to our boy Wes, I guess.
Happy birthday.
We can shoot one positive thing off this show. I don't know. I don't even know where to go with this game other than like it was just an ass beating. Like that's all that it was.
Fun game after. I was hoping, so yesterday's games kind of got out of hand. I was hoping like, hey, let us be the tide turners. No, we were not.
No, I mean, like
I couldn't turn it off either. I wanted to. When it all started happening, as it started snowballing, I was like, I'm gonna go mow. I was like, no, I've gotta watch. Like, what if, Landon? What if?
Well, I mean, you had UConn come back from 19 down.
Yeah.
And we've seen Tennessee blow leads so much this year. You're like, hey, like it's been done. So
I got dressed to go mow, by the way. And I just couldn't do it. I was like, if it happens, because if it started happening, I couldn't then come in and watch.
Yeah.
I wouldn't allow myself. So I did stay and subjected myself to the rest of that.
Yeah, just never got back in it.
No. Had a couple, big shots in the second half that just didn't matter, unfortunately.
Yeah. And one thing about this, I don't know if you feel the same way. Like I'm going to miss some guys on this team, but it's not like the same.
No, I mean, I think that's just a new era. It's hard to get.
Yeah. It's like I'm not like emotionally attached to anybody really on this team.
I will say though, like a guy to name in that is like Jalen Carey, the run he had in this tournament. Like I'm kind of like all bought in on him now, so now I'm gonna miss him. Whereas before the tournament, I'm like, whatever.
Can we get him another year? I mean,
We can try.
it's working for Ole Miss with Chambliss.
Let's just start suing.
Yeah. Jacoby's another one. I think just him being from Tennessee and kind of knowing the Belmont was probably could have came here after Belmont, but you had Zakai as your point guard, so he wasn't going to come here. So, that just I'm glad it worked out the way that it did. Him ended up being here in the long run. He was really special. It was just unfortunate, like your two best players just didn't play well.
Right. Obviously, you had the foul trouble. Is Carey eligible to come back? He did senior day. He was a junior. He's a redshirt junior, right?
Oh, did he? Okay.
Didn't he go through senior day? Am I crazy?
I don't know.
I don't really remember it.
I think it was one of those things where you probably didn't want him back until the tournament.
Right. Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I think you need a bruiser. And unless there's just one somewhere out there in the portal that's better than what he gave you, I don't know. I would.
He was just a junior. Wow. I thought he was at least a redshirt junior. Okay.
So he was at James Madison and Vanderbilt in Tennessee. He's only played 3 years.
That's what it looks like, yeah. Unless the official roster just doesn't have a redshirt next to his name.
Yeah,
so.
that's what I have too. He's only played 3 seasons. Yeah, so he could come back. I don't know. We'll see what happens with there. I mean, it's going to be a totally different team next year.
More than likely.
Yeah, your lottery pick had 7 points. I mean, you weren't going to win a game at this point in the season with Nate scoring 7 points.
Question about Jalen Carey because it popped into my head. So he gets that technical foul, real dumb technical foul. But dude from Michigan puts his head on Amari Evans. How hard do referees have to warrant the contact for it to be a contact technical foul? That was contact after the whistle.
Yeah, I don't know.
They got to look at it in a replay. It just doesn't make sense. I don't know. I was like, that was dumb of him, but it's not like in real time where you're like, oh, you only saw the reaction. You got to watch it on video for a little bit because they take way too long no matter what. It's like they have to hit a quota on their review process.
Mm-hmm.
Can't stay under a minute.
Well, how was the was it goaltending?
The offensive goaltending on Michigan?
Yeah.
That play? How's that not reviewable? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean,
whatever.
That would feel like the most
made it a
reviewable play.
Would have made it a 19-2 run instead of a 21-2 run.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I mean, we can sit here complain about officiating, but I mean, you got beat by 33 points in an Elite Eight game. So,
yeah. Which
I will say this
off the other Elite Eight games.
I did see somebody make the trip to Chicago. You got to enjoy it for a little bit, but props to those people. But I couldn't imagine being there and watching that in person.
Like they went up Saturday after the Sweet 16.
Yeah.
You got to be there for the whole weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, get a little bit of fun.
Yeah, that's tough.
Here's my question for you. Is Amari Abram really that much worse than Ethan Bird?
There's no chance.
I mean, it's crazy.
No chance.
I mean, there was nobody that had a good game.
No, there wasn't.
And then, I mean, we mentioned it. Tennessee was going to have to out rebound Michigan, and it ended up being tied.
Hey, they got a lot of offensive rebounds to start the game. They didn't necessarily score off those offensive rebounds, but
Jesus.
You got to Angel Reese it at least. You got to score on the third one or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, get your stats and then make sure it goes in the basket.
Yeah, you got to stat pad everywhere. You can't just stat pad the offensive boards.
Mm-hmm. And when Michigan was going on that run and it was foul after foul after foul, I felt like Tennessee was more concerned of the fouls than they were the actual basketball game. That's what it felt like to me. We were just worried about that, but it didn't matter because we weren't.
I mean, probably all of our major players were in foul trouble.
Yeah. Oh well.
But it was a fun run.
Yep. Sucks it into that like that. I mean, again, you're sitting here like the Final Four stuff is going to keep coming up and keep coming up and keep coming up.
Whatever. I don't care. They can keep pointing to history.
And I also hate
Mark Popes
losing.
clings to his history of winning a national championship, and that's why you think he should be your coach and whatever. I don't care.
It just sucks losing to Michigan again.
Auburn keep going to the Final Four in the NIT. They're never going to get there with Bruce Pearl's son just because of one Pearl put the banner up.
Yeah.
That one won't do it.
Why can't we face like a Iowa in the Elite Eight?
A 9 seed?
Yeah.
Oh, we were a 6 seed.
Well, I know, but I feel like we always
Yeah.
get a 1 seed.
Well, we do play the Cinderellas though, and that's when they beat us. That's when they're the real Cinderellas.
That's when we don't make it to the Elite Eight.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it stinks.
Dusty May beat us with a 9 seed last time, actually, in the Sweet 16.
Yeah. So Nate coming back.
It sounds like they're making a big push for it. I mean, it doesn't make sense to me. I know a lot of people want to try to make the money make sense, and I guess if the money makes sense, it'll happen. But it's also about like getting into your contract years and whatnot.
Yeah, you want to go ahead and start that rookie contract so you can get to your second contract.
But I guess if the money makes sense, then it makes sense. But I don't know.
Yeah. Who knows? And like, what does that money look like if he's the 10th pick and then next year he could potentially be the 5? But I mean, if he has the same season that he did this year, which hopefully he gets better, but if he does, like, yeah, I don't know.
I'm not saying it's impossible. I just wouldn't hold my breath.
I just think it's a big risk if he comes back for him.
Yeah.
We will welcome him back with open arms for sure. But yeah, I wouldn't be expecting that one at all. What does this team look like next year? I mean, Akpar's gone. Jacoby's gone. So you have Ethan Berg,
yeah.
Bishop Oswell, JP.
I mean, I hope Dwayne Brown's around. Mari Evans. I mean, I hope those freshmen stick around because I really like the minutes they gave.
Yeah. Got to go get a point guard. That's going to be huge in this one.
So I'm sorry. I know I'm not making. I hope you didn't come in here to feel better if you're in here. I'm not going to attempt. I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, I just wanted to keep it close. Like, I really went going into this game, like, of course, the day of, I'm like, hey, like, we could, but in reality, I didn't think we were better than Michigan. But I at least wanted to compete and just laid an absolute egg.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about this on Friday night, how good this Michigan team was. We knew it wasn't good and we didn't shoot great against Iowa State, but yeah, just hope it'd be more of a fight. And yeah, the fat lady sang a little too early for my taste.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know the whole Rick Barnes thing. I just think it's crazy at this point to not want him to still be your coach.
Rick Barnes?
Like, I mean, yeah. I saw some people was like, there's Rick again. We need to get somebody else. I mean, guys, he took us to an Elite Eight. And also,
look at the guys that are in the Final Four. Those are like, those names, number one, have been there. Like, there's not a coach just like busting through.
Yeah.
So how much money are you going to pay to hire them? And then how soon are you going to want them fired when they don't, if and when they don't make a Final Four?
Right.
If or when, I guess.
And then Rick Barnes doesn't coach a team to a 33-point loss.
Yeah, that was.
I mean, we've seen it. So we've seen it some this year where they look terribly offensively. And this was, I think you mentioned it last episode, where like they have to play a really good basketball game to beat Michigan. They did not.
No.
I mean, they were 32% from the field. Looks like Gainey's gone. That was quick.
I saw that rumor got dropped, I guess, during the game is when I saw it. That he looked like the leader.
Yeah, I mean, he played there, so that makes sense.
Are there people calling for Rick Barnes' job? Is that a real thing?
I mean, you just see the same. It was the same, like those same people that pop up every time Tennessee loses. It's probably not even a Tennessee fan.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, let's just. This obviously sucks, but
yeah.
And listen, a new coach could come in and turn around really fast in this era, but it's also about getting the hire absolutely right. And Landon, I don't have faith Danny White could get this hire absolutely right, for just being 100% honest.
Yeah. Would you take Kim English back as a assistant?
As an assistant, yeah.
Yeah. I think
Because I said that a few weeks ago. You thought I meant as the successor, and no, I don't mean that.
Yeah,
I saw the Providence one play out. I meant as an assistant.
Yeah.
Some people are just meant to be an assistant coach, and that's fine. That's what they, know your role, do it well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I would be 100% fine with Kim English coming back. He's a good recruiter. Our team's played really well with him. Yeah, I'd be
down.
I think that would be a great offseason hire.
Yeah, I agree. I would love to see him come recruit because, I mean, that's going to be a big part of this. I mean, every year you're rebuilding your roster. It's not like we're just recruiting high school kids. You got to find guys that can come in and make an impact, along with some high school guys along the way. And a lot of those high school guys, I mean, take Nate Amen out of the picture. Dwayne Brown, Amari Evans, like I don't think anybody thought those guys were going to have much of an impact, and they were super impactful as true freshmen. So those were big hits in recruiting. And as much as the transfer portal is important, and probably it's way more important than anything else, but that is something you still have to do and be good at. So I would love Kim English back as an assistant.
Yeah. Monty mentioned Mike Schwartz. Is he done at ECU?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't either.
He get fired?
That's what I was wondering. I hadn't heard that, but I'd be okay with Schwartz or English, by the way, if one of those took Gainey's spot. I'd be okay with that. You mentioned that. I will. St. Louis. He went to St. Louis? Go on, Monty. This guy tweeted, I don't know who he is, Gregory Butcher.
Mm-hmm.
Reminder that we're going to build a statue for Rick Barnes getting to 3 Elite Eights. But we fired Holly Warlick after she did the same thing. If you're trying to show that you respect the women's program, comparing the men's program to them is embarrassing. That they're not on the same page. I'd love for them to be in the same realms, but the program, especially the program that Holly Warlick took over, is vastly different from the ones Rick Barnes took over.
Yeah.
So if you think you're respecting Holly Warlick in the women's program by saying that, just comparing the two, you're not. That you're that is embarrassing what you think about Summit's legacy. So don't compare the two.
Who would I want to see take over for Rick Barnes? I mean, Iowa State's coach. I mean, he's had a nice.
Can't take him. I can't take. I don't know. I can't
Doesn't
stand
look like a
Polo.
Tennessee guy.
The polo just looks wrong on a basketball sideline. And then
He's almost too big to be a basketball coach.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. And then his assistant that was like celebrating threes, that kind of pissed me off too. I don't know if you caught a few glimpses of him.
Burger.
Well, it was the assistant that was doing like that crap. It's very annoying. So definitely don't bring him with him if you want to do that. I mean, I haven't thought, because feels like it'd be an assistant, but also feels like they probably go outside, try to get an like classic Danny White, try to get an up and comer from a mid-major.
Yeah. I think the St. Louis coach is good too. He's had a couple of good years.
Yeah.
He'll probably be linked. I don't know. And I don't know how Danny White goes about it, because like he's hired his guy. He's hired an assistant at baseball, and he's hired an outside person and Kim Caldwell, an up and comer. So he's done it kind of all different ways. So I don't know which way you even look to go with that.
Yeah. I until Danny gets one right, to be seen.
Yeah.
Hope he does.
Even John Curry got one right.
Shout out John Curry.
Yeah. And also, we've all seen the video going around about Ross Kivitt and what is it? Nothing happened. It's mouthing. Nothing happened. Why is that such a big deal?
Yeah, I don't know. Also, why was it dropped today?
Yeah, that was 2 weeks ago.
That was just 2 weeks ago. Golly, that feels like a lifetime ago.
Yeah.
We lost to Georgia and Athens. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, Dan Hurley can freaking tell an official that he needs LASIK eye surgery and stuff like that. But I mean, I don't know what was said or anything. There was a child there. There was, I'm assuming it's her mother. She's strapped to her. So, I don't know who that is, but like people can't just say whatever they want and expect no response. And also, if you're like, I saw somebody tweet like, "This is who you replaced Tony with." First of all, no,
that's crazy. The Tennessee fans thought that was Josh Elander,
but
like
also,
other fans, that's one thing.
Yeah.
For Tennessee fans to not know that's Josh Elander is crazy.
Yeah. Also, you think Tony would have done that?
I'm shocked we haven't gotten videos of Tony doing that, honestly.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to get a Ross Kivitt ejection today, honestly. Got a warning early.
Yeah.
I assume it was him. I guess we don't know for sure if it was him. I think the guys on the call mentioned it was him, but it's not like he came out of the dugout.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was actually him or not.
I mean, this baseball team has enough problems.
It sucks that they were so close twice today.
Yeah. Oh, this baseball program, man. It's I think the entire thing is just in a sophomore slump. We just have so many sophomores that it just feels like the whole team is in a slump. And I don't know what they've carried over from. I mean, it feels like the football program and the baseball program might be on the same page, because 2022, we remember both of those seasons with football and baseball with the amount of offense. This year, neither one of them can play complementary football or baseball.
Or baseball, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was thinking that as I kind of watched
today
that game unfold, just no
15 runs, you're like, finally.
cohesion.
And then your bullpen just blows up. Your starting pitching wasn't good, and Evan Blanco has been phenomenal up to this point. So it's rough, man. I don't really know where to even start. I think Trent Grinlinger needs to be in your lineup. Finally, I mean, he had to basically bat 5 runners in today to get his spot. I don't know. It just. You had Blaine Brown that was 0 for 10 in the series, and then he goes on a heater today. It just doesn't make any sense, like what is transpiring. And it sucks. I like Elander. I like that staff. They've been good to us. But hey, it's a lot of pressure.
Right.
And I'm sure Danny White's going to feel that too. He just built a brand new stadium. But guess what? You're not going to have people feel it if you're not winning baseball games. That's reality. It's not like football where they'll still show up because it's part of that game day. It's just what you do on Saturday. No, like they will find something else to do on the weekends in the spring if that baseball program isn't winning games.
Yeah. That is just the sad reality of it. Like that.
Oh, God. Monty said Danny White would hire his brother when Rick Barnes retires. If that happens.
It's like the only basketball game he goes to every year is the.
Oh, man, that would be. Talk about a riot.
I don't know. I'm kind of all in on the.
You just want to see it blow up.
Well, I'm just saying, just bring in just make it all like a Danny White affair, a White family affair. Aren't there a bunch of like ADs in there?
Probably, yeah.
I think there's like 3 that are like high up in athletic departments.
Okay. Jeez. What do we do about the baseball program?
Just pray, man. Just there's nothing you can do.
I mean, just 2 of the worst losses today. I mean, you get swept due to 3 walk-offs against Vanderbilt. You get blown out by 33 in the Elite Eight by a team that's put you out of that tournament twice in the last, 10 years? No, more than that.
Yeah, because it was 2013 when they
15
beat
years.
us in the Sweet 16.
Yeah, just brutal, man.
Also, I mean, is there a fire going on? Is there a fire at my house? I mean, they're just
Damn
sitting
Hardee's.
here. They're just sitting here right now. This is crazy.
They stopped at the red light.
Yeah, I guess.
Dude,
I
your
don't know,
siren's
man.
on.
Yeah. Oh. It has to be close. I mean, shocked I can't smell the smoke.
Today's like, yeah. It makes you like I just don't want to like sports. I wish I didn't. I wish like I was just into like, I don't know, Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon. I'm probably losing that too.
I wish you can turn it off.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, that's what I did during the second half when I couldn't watch, but I had to watch. I just put together my new Lego set, which was the Game Boy. It's an awesome set, by the way.
I turned the baseball game off twice today. I wish I would have done it a third time.
The Nintendo Game Boy Lego set, the buttons are like functioning. It's pretty sweet. I mean, obviously they don't. You can just press them.
Okay.
They don't do anything. They function how they don't operate. They just function.
Okay.
I guess is the way to say that. Yeah, I was about to go buy another Lego set at halftime to
keep it going.
Yeah, just keep it rolling. Fun times.
People keep asking me about Josh Elander, and I don't really know, like, what do you want me to say? Like, you're not winning games. Like, I don't think it's all on him. I mean, Tony built this roster. They just are not getting what they thought they were getting with some of these sophomores. Some of those guys that had a big impact last year just haven't turned it on. Levi Clark has struggled. Jay Abernathy isn't in the lineup. Chris Newstrom isn't hitting well. And you get people in those like different spots, and I don't know. They just, it's like we can only get a single with 2 outs.
Yeah, and I also think a lot of this year, like, I think we're feeling the effects of Frank not being the guy in charge of pitching staff and pitching.
Yeah. Well, the pitching's been good. That's the problem.
When it's not worked, it's not worked.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's
not just the pitching. Don't get me wrong. I just feel like that's been a bigger, like, oh, we're not doing the same thing we used to do.
And a lot of people want to point out the defense. The defense has played pretty well.
It's not like what it was earlier in the season where it felt like they were crumbling.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where every defensive mistake is amplified because you're not scoring runs.
I was going to say that too. I feel like not just that, just every mistake feels amplified because you can't play like you're not playing complementary baseball.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
like everything that goes wrong, like when pitching doesn't go well, man, the bats feel cold.
Mm-hmm.
Or when they, when it starts going well, the defense makes a mistake. Like
or
everything just feels magnified.
We're out of the inning. Let's short roller to second base. We overthrow the first baseman, and the next guy hits a home run. Like it just spirals. And
I will say, like, it was good to see us. I feel like we haven't really taken advantage of other people's mistakes this year. And then Vandy has that error in the 3rd inning. Is that when we scored? We retook the lead 6-5.
Yeah.
They commit that error to keep us in the inning, and we score runs and take the lead. And I was like, all right, that's how you capitalize. Whereas that felt few and far between where you're taking advantage of others' mistakes.
Yeah, and I mean, it doesn't get any easier. I don't think that's a very good Vanderbilt team, if we're being completely honest.
It's not one of the better ones you've played.
No. And it doesn't get easier. Like LSU, they're not playing very well, but man, are they going to be fired up to beat on a Tennessee team that just got swept by Vanderbilt? Texas, Mississippi State, Ole Miss, like those look like series losses right now. I mean, it looks like it's setting up for a long year if this team doesn't kind of get some fire and turn around. And that's another thing. There needs to be more fire. And maybe that comes with more home runs and stuff like that, but it's just like it kind of feels like everybody's just kind of like your Game Boy there. It's like they're operating, but it's not working. Nothing's turning on.
Right. Reference.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, Blaine Brown's 0 for 10 first 2 games. He lights it up today. It's like, can you just give? Like, I'm not asking for a lot here. I just need an 8-ball and $3 million. I just want, like, it needs to be more balanced. We talk about that on the bat flip all the time. It needs to be balanced. If the bottom of the lineup's doing all the damage, hey, the top of the lineup is struggling. I mean, Yesterday you had your 1 and 2 hole. They combined for 9 of Tennessee's 18 strikeouts. That just can't happen. And I know every team is going to be compared to the national championship team, but that's reality. I mean, even now, like with football, like you're always going to be like, well, I mean, in 98, I mean, you still see those comparisons, even though they're so far off. But it's those guys, like those top 5 guys, there wasn't a ton of strikeouts. There wasn't always great at bats.
Right.
But you weren't worried like, hey, the bases are loaded. that opposing pitcher was worried about what was going to happen or what he was going to throw or the mistake he was going to make because he was up to bat. No one has that same fear in this lineup with opposing pitchers. They're not scared to make a mistake, so they don't make mistakes.
Yeah.
I mean, the only one that maybe Henry Ford is a dude. But he can't do it all. But, I mean, today the offense was there. It doesn't make any sense. They couldn't be there Friday or Saturday, but they showed up on Sunday, and then your pitching blew up. So,
Right.
yeah, I mean, poor Braden Krenzel. I mean, there's no way he has any confidence right now. With the Georgia game, with what happened yesterday and what happened today, no shot he has any kind of confidence. I wouldn't. I don't know. Got to get off the mat, but it doesn't get any easier, so. And it's not like
Hey, found a way. Look at Florida. They swept Arkansas, right?
Yeah.
Why not us?
Gosh. Was it at Fayetteville?
I think so. I don't remember, but I think so.
Good for them. Wish we could win in Fayetteville.
Yeah, sign me up for that one, Tom.
Yeah. A walk-off grand slam. I mean, that's just made up. That's not even real. There's no way it's real.
I would love to wake up and find out none of this is real. Maybe I'm in a coma. I walked 18 yesterday afternoon, so maybe that's what it is. I'm too fat and I died from that.
That's another thing, dude. I mean, I tweeted this yesterday. A lot of people were upset that we still had a Elite Eight game to play today, but I mean, losing to Vanderbilt in every sport, that feels like a nightmare.
That's just a dick punch. Punch in the dick.
And I know like some of their programs have gotten better over the last couple of years, but dude, at the end of the day, it's Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
And you can't sit here around and tweet everything school when, I mean, you can't even win your own state.
Yeah. Vanderbilt they need to actually make state champs shirts if they want to piss us off.
Yeah. Oh. All right. Anything else you want to get off your chest?
No.
No? Okay. Tennessee did land a top wide receiver in the state in Keyshawn Bowman. There's some good news.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah, 4-star wide receiver, he's a top 5 player in the state, depending on where you're looking. 6'1", 175. Also, his quarterback in high school, or for some of his high school career, was George McIntyre. So, got another Brentwood Academy product, and he was committed to Oregon, decommitted, and I think Tennessee's been high on his list, and apparently he's almost committed a couple times and finally pulled the trigger. So, yeah, I think it's a good get, and there's a ton of in-state prospects that Tennessee should go all in on. DGG.
Yeah.
Number 1 target. Then you had Amari Sanders. Yeah, you already landed Princeton UAFO, and you have Kenneth Simon the second. Malik Howard, tight end at Oak Ridge. I mean, there's just some dudes in this class. I think you have some more as well. Jaden Butler committed to Tennessee also recently from Haywood. That's where Emmett Gooden went to high school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. and JP Peace as well, who is now at Maryville. So Tennessee's really already dipping into that in-state class and landed one of the top guys in Keyshawn Bowman. And, I mean, dude, get Kelsey Poe recruiting for every sport because he's doing it well right now for the receivers. With somebody, we tweeted out like the list of what he's done in the past couple classes with Mike Matthews and Braylon Staley and Tristan Keys, Travis Smith or Darius Jackson, all those guys. And somebody was like, good, he can recruit. Now he's got to develop. I mean, we just forgot what happened this past season with our receivers. 3 went for 800 yards. I'd say Mike Matthews and Braylon Staley developed into pretty good college players so far. So I think he's doing A-okay at that as well. And if you go recruit talent, that's the less you got to do to develop them.
Sure.
Well, I guess we're going to all it's baseball and recruiting from now on. I guess transfer
That'll be
basketball
fun.
will start. Yep.
And we got another week. Rye opens up after the championship game because basketball makes sense unlike others.
Yeah. Okay. Well, guys, thank y'all so much for listening. Sorry this was so sad. Go check out our good friends. Yeah, for real. Go check out our good friends at Hovey Dry Goods, hoveydrygoods.com. Use promo code MORE, 20% off or 15% off, sorry. Then roback.com, use promo code MORE important issues, 20% off that first purchase. Enjoy the rest of your night. Just enjoy the rest of college basketball, or not. I don't know I don't know if I even have the capability to watch any more games, to be honest. Kind of over it. Bracket's busted, so that what do I have to cheer for? I tweeted it earlier. Nothing to smile about. I know. So, Caleb, good to see you, brother.
Good to see you too, man. Hey, and if you're gonna touch me, you're gonna touch me naked. That's my new. We need T-shirts that say that.
What was that from again?
Some dude that was getting kicked out of that led to a. Actually, yeah. Let's end this show on a positive note, real quick.
Okay.
If you're the manager at Kickback Jacks, we got to get this guy. He stood on talking about staying on business. He took this dude outside very calmly. Like I didn't even know there was a fight starting, like erupting. He walks this hammered dude. Finally gets him outside. De-escalates it inside. Gets him outside. I can see him where I'm sitting. I see them roll into the ground. Manager and this guy getting a fight. Manager comes in, looks like nothing happened. Meanwhile, the other dude's getting carried by 4 cops in handcuffs. But he takes his shirt off, which is when I knew that this guy was angry. And I asked the waitress when she brought us our checks. I was like, so I'm just nosy, so will you tell me what happened? To be honest, I don't. She was a young girl who used like a lot, which I do. And I know it's hard to tell stories when you do that. And the one thing that stuck with me that she said, that he said, he apparently said, if you're going to, apparently someone touched him. And he said, if you're going to touch me, you're going to touch me naked, and took off his shirt in the middle of Kickback Jacks.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah, that was my Saturday evening.
I got a good story for you. So we were at Southside Garage today watching the game. And poor Brian, he turned to us after the basketball game. He's like, well, at least the baseball team won.
Poor guy. Did you tell him?
I was like, we
I would
lost.
have had the heart. I would have had the
I was like, we lost. And he was like, you're lying. And Brody was like, no, they hit a walk-off grand slam and won 16-15. He said, are you serious? Yep. If I wish I could have went back and just asked Brian, what do you think the worst thing could happen? And I don't think he would describe what
Not a
happened.
shot. Not a shot. I feel so bad. You all, I mean, he may not have found out till Monday.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. But yeah, had
Poor
to
guy.
let
hate
him
that
down.
for him.
So, yeah. Guys, thank y'all so much for listening. We'll be back on Thursday. Maybe some more content somewhere else. We'll see. We're bringing the boat in, and we out.
Home run, slam dunks, give him 6. Boys at MII, they got your big orange face. All year long is the place to be, to hear some balls for life, talking Tennessee. And hate us if you want, but we sure